What's up YouTube, and welcome to my channel where we talk all things faith, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle. Today we're going to be talking about a story in the Bible that I believe every entrepreneur can take advantage of. I want to invite you to subscribe so that we can keep on making content like this and help this channel grow. Today we're going to learn about the power of leverage. So when we see the story of this widow with the jar of oil, you can find her story in 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 1 through 7. She's in a position where she has a need. Her husband passed away and he had a lot of debt. Maybe some of you guys can relate with just that. And she didn't have the money to pay off that debt. So we see in this story that this woman goes to the prophet Elijah, seeking help on what to do with this situation. And I love it because we see in the beginning of the first couple of verses that Elisha instructs her to see what she has in her house. Point number one, I want you to remind yourself of, and this is the first point to remember of the power of leverage, is this: seek guidance. You see, this woman went to the prophet Elijah. In fact, her husband was a servant of Elijah who helped him in the work that he was doing. She was seeking guidance from the right person. This is one of the things that can be a game changer for you as an entrepreneur, where you start looking for guidance, looking into getting mentorship, looking into places where you can get knowledge and information on your business, in your industry, or in problems you might have, whether it's watching a YouTube video like this, or going to an online forum, or actually going to local conferences or conventions that might be in your local city. Seeking guidance ultimately helps you have leverage. The whole point of getting leverage is so that you can get ahead when a moment of adversity comes. You put yourself in a better platform. You put yourself in a better position. And this is one of the first things that this woman did. As we see her story continue, we see this next opportunity where she takes advantage of the power of leverage. Elijah instructed her to go to her house and asking her, is there anything in your house? And the woman responded, only this jar of oil. So Elijah instructs her to go to her neighbors and borrow some more jars, as many as she can. Which leads me to the second point where we see her take advantage of the power of leverage, and is this: to increase your resources. See, many times we can't invest in more inventory. Many times we can't even start our business because we don't have the resources. And that's where you got to take advantage of the things that are right in front of you. Just like this woman, she had oil. Like many of us, we have the idea, we have the dream, we have the desire, but we don't take advantage of things that are out there that we might not even be aware of. She had to go to her neighbors to get help, to borrow. One of the ways is to find private investors who might help you start your company, who can invest you or give you a loan. Maybe looking into banks to get business credit lines, or in bettering your own credit line so that you can invest in your company, because ultimately you are looking for return. Or it's, hey, starting up a GoFundMe to start up your company. Whatever works for you. This is the thing. You got to increase your resources. As you increase your resources, you put yourself in a better position to invest not only in your company, but when you start going through the situations that might get difficult, you have the resources at your disposal to weather the storm. What ends up happening is that this woman gets all these jars so that she can start filling up oil, and she fills up all the jars as she was instructed. Eventually, we're led her to filling up all the jars of oil that she collected and having enough to pay off her debt, and also to have enough oil to sell to live off of. Which leads me to the last point of power of leverage and what she did: to always invest back into your business. And that's one of the problems I see many entrepreneurs make today, is that they start a business, they make a couple sales, they close a couple clients, and they eat up all the checks that are coming in instead of reinvesting in their company, instead of reinvesting in equipment, in online presence, in marketing. I'm going to encourage you, even as an entrepreneur, to investing in yourself as the business owner. These are things that we miss out on: conferences, conventions, courses, masterminds, where we can learn from others so that we can be better business owners, better leaders in our industry, and ultimately put ourselves in a better position and giving ourselves leverage to weather whatever adversity might come our way. The point of leverage is to put you in a position where you can work more efficient, be more productive, and work smarter, not harder. This woman would have struggled if she didn't see guidance. She would have been at a disadvantage. This woman would have probably not have enough jars of oil if she only depended off that one jar. She went looking for more jars. She went to her friends. She went to her neighbors. She went to people she trusted. She went to places where she can get those jars so that she can use those jars for her oil. And number three, she invested it back into her business. In this case, her family. She can live off of that. She can sustain off of that. And that's one thing we can take advantage, is that we can learn learn to reinvest back into our businesses so that we can always have a plan for the future, so that we can always be a step ahead. And that's one thing I want to encourage you as an entrepreneur, to always find ways to leverage your position. Don't use it as an excuse. Use it as an opportunity to get ahead. And maybe you've learned some things now that you probably wish you knew in the past. I want to encourage you right now. All those seasons are not wasted seasons. Just learn and grow. If this video has given you any value, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, share, comment down below what video you want me to do next. And if you feel like you got no value, I just want to thank you for still watching. If you want to learn more on how to become an effective Christian entrepreneur, I want to encourage you to check out this video right here, where you'll learn about all the secret principles that we can gain from the Bible. And I'll see you on the next one.